1 year ago, on the 22nd of October, abortion was finally decriminalised in the North. This decision was welcomed by us here at Alliance for Choice, Amnesty International, Informing Choices NI, Doctors for Choice NI, and many other groups and organisations, as well as most of the general public. However, our changes in legislation have not translated into real-life access. Many are still finding themselves unable to access any abortion services at all in the North. Health Minister Swan, why are we still waiting?
Lack of abortion access directly hurts those we love in our communities. People who need abortions are everywhere you look. We are your family, your friends, your neighbours and co-workers. 1 in 3 people who can get pregnant will access an abortion in their lifetimes. It's time to stop the stigma. We deserve help and healthcare as much as anyone else. Health Minister Swan, why are we still waiting?
Marginalised communities are disproportionately affected by restrictive legislation and lack of abortion services. It is especially difficult for migrants, disabled people, LGBT+, and those in the traveller community to access reproductive health care due to systemic barriers they face. If the past legislation is not enacted, people will continue to fall through the cracks. Mr. Swan, why are we waiting?
The COVID-19 pandemic has restricted access to medical care in the north of Ireland. Telemedicine has been rolled out in the Republic of Ireland. It's also been rolled out in England, in Wales and in Scotland. And yet, nearly exactly a year since decriminalisation, people in Northern Ireland who are pregnant are unable to manage their own health care and are unable to access abortion services or look after their own health. It has been a year since this has happened, since decriminalisation has happened. Can you please explain to me, Health Minister Swan, why we are still in the situation where the people of Northern Ireland are yet again being left behind with no access to healthcare, which is their absolute right? I'd like an answer to this. I would like to know why my friends cannot manage their own abortions at home safely with their own community and their own healthcare practitioners. Thank you.
Abortion is not a sensitive issue. It is essential health care. In the height of this pandemic, the Department of Health are advising us to stay at home. Despite this, and the fact that abortion is legal in the North, many women and pregnant people are still being forced to travel to other trusts or across the water to access abortion services. Many more are unable to travel due to caring commitments, domestic abuse, or lack of access to transport. Our standard of abortion care needs to be free, safe, legal and local. Health Minister Swan, why are we still waiting?
We're calling on Robin Swan to do his job and commission abortion services in the North so that funding can be allocated, staff can be trained and information can be provided on services. We have waited long enough.